All right, and we are back. It is the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 28. And Adam is on the mend. He's back with us.
I'm all right.
How you feeling?
I've been better.
Excellent. It's good to have you in that seat. We missed you last week. And I guess I should say we're your hosts, Rick and Adam. Yep. I'm Rick.
Yeah.
That's Adam. And I kind of wanted you to fill the listeners in on your Curtis problem.
Oh, man.
Because as you guys know, a few weeks ago or something like that, I think you've told the story before about the dog issues and your neighbor.
Yeah.
And apparently there was like a recent development in this whole story.
Not necessarily a recent development.
Yeah.
Just a recent occurrence. Yeah.
So what went down? Because you were hot. You were flaming hot.
No, I wasn't cold about it. No, I got home one night, and there was a thing from the, what do they call them? The animal...
Animal control?
Yeah, animal control. And the lady's like, oh, this neighbor's complaint said your dog's been barking, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I'm like, no. Well, I have a puppy. I mean, he's kind of a puppy. He's a puppy, but he's like 50 pounds.
Right. He's a very vocal puppy.
No, he's not vocal.
Well, the thing is that this guy has given you shit before, calling in saying that your dogs were like outside freaking out for 45 minutes or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude. I police those dogs pretty heavy, man.
I've never seen them out more than like, unless it's like a nice day and you're actually taking them out and stuff like that, but like when they're just out there using the bathroom and shit, 10 minutes tops.
Maybe 10 minutes, man.
If that, yeah, dude. So like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
It's a crazy dude. That's all it is.
Well, it's crazy dude. And this guy has also had police at his door, right? Because he was drunk, acting crazy.
Yeah. He's had police at his place multiple times. Yeah, he's bothered multiple neighbors. I mean, no one likes him.
Right. Well, he sounds like a fucking prick.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with the animal control lady.
Why can't you this has been an ongoing thing. You can't recall the name of this institution.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't really paying attention to the institution, but yeah. So, and she's like, no, like, yeah, he's called X, Y, Z amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they never let us know. Because, like, every time they came up, they were like, oh, we don't hear anything. So,
right.
So she's like, yeah, next time he does this, we're going to be like, look, you're going to have to bring, like, either, like, another house, like another person witnessing this.
Right.
From another house. Or
like any kind of evidence.
Or, like, video evidence or something, because this is bullshit. So it ended up, they're on our side, so.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, it just sounds like this guy's an ex-cop, correct?
I don't know if that's true or not.
That's just something he told you?
No, I don't know. That's what the people we bought the house from said.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if he is.
Yeah, I don't think
he doesn't act like it, especially if cops are going to go there and be like, hey, what the fuck is your problem all the time? So
yeah. Well, now, I mean, we are in Colorado. You could always just red flag him. Just call in and be like, I know he's got firearms. He's unstable.
I think he might. I don't know. You never know.
They'd probably still go on it, even if you said you think he might.
Yeah.
But I guess we should take this opportunity. Hold on, let me get in character here. Adam, as you know, the Brass Tacks Podcast has been gaining listeners worldwide for the past few weeks now. We're growing. I think that we should go ahead and open the books for a new young listener who's going to be helping us with the show from now on. I'd like to introduce to you all Executive Intern Logan.
Hello, everybody.
Intern Logan's going to be helping us with some pictures, videos, things of that nature, so that we can better serve the listeners and provide you with the kind of content that you expect from us.
The what?
Say what?
I couldn't hear that. Did you say content?
Content that they expect from us.
Oh, content. Okay, I wasn't sure what you were saying there. So
yeah,
you sounded like shit.
Hope we don't get flagged for the trumpet music.
That's it. Probably, dude.
But yes, welcome, Intern Logan.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. So I guess before everyone gets too happy and cheery about things, I should let you guys know that I've got some bad news.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit
Right. So this one stuck out like just because of the headline.
Okay.
I couldn't ignore this one.
Right.
A school called police after a kindergartner with Down syndrome pointed a finger gun at her teacher. The girl's mom says they went too far. What do you think, Adam? Did they go too far?
Kid's out of control, clearly.
I think the kid got off light. That kid should have bought itself some stick time.
No.
And look, I've seen a lot of kids with Down syndrome in my time. I'm probably one of them. That kid looks about half touched, not fully touched.
I mean, either way.
The only thing that gives her away is that her parents gave her that standard, like, I've got an extra chromosome haircut, like the fucking bangs.
Yeah, that's not good, but...
The bangs hiding her macaroni brains.
Yeah, but, I mean, how much intention can you have in a, what was it, kindergarten, they said?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly. Well, I mean, that was the thing is, like, growing up, I remember kindergarten, like, the show and tell years, we were allowed to bring, like, things like Nerf guns and, like, cap guns and stuff like that, as long as you didn't bring the ammo that came with it. Only, not because anyone was afraid of, like, losing their lives, but because, you can't be fucking shooting kids in the face with darts and stuff.
Well, yeah.
But
You can, but...
Nowadays, dude, finger guns? I do finger guns when I feel like I've achieved something.
Settle down. You're aggressive.
Sorry. You need to calm down.
I feel threatened.
No, yeah.
So...
Call the police. Red flag me, dude.
Yep.
If you red flag me, I'll red flag you.
You what?
Oh. I'm staring at a retarded girl, and I said I was going to reflag you. Oh, geez, Louise. A Pennsylvania elementary school called the police after a kindergartner with Down syndrome made a finger gun at her teacher. Officials concluded there wasn't a threat, but the girl's mother said they went too far. Maggie Gaines called on the Eddie Griffin? Look at the name of the school district. Treddy Friend Easttown School District. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Treddy.
Jeez Louise. So Maggie Gaines called those people with the fucking crazy name to update its threat assessment policy after her 6-year-old daughter, Margot, was questioned by administrators for making a gun gesture at her elementary school teacher and pretend to shoot her. That's ridiculous. Gaines said that it was harmless. It was a harmless expression of anger, but Margot's school in southeast Pennsylvania determined her actions appeared threatening. So they conducted a threat assessment.
You gotta watch out, dude.
That kid looks like maybe when she grows up and she has like some kind of outburst, it could be deadly, but she's still too little to harm anyone, especially with finger guns.
Like,
I had some stupid horseshit like that happen to me in 6th grade. I don't know if I've told this story on this show or not, but like I was in my science class, and you know how like the teacher would step out and like your teacher would watch their classroom while they went and took a shit or whatever.
Sure.
That never happened. Your teacher never stepped out and was like, and another teacher came in to just make sure you weren't being a rapscallion.
I would assume that happened. I don't know, dude. That was like 20 years ago.
How can you not remember? I know you were molested, dude. You repressed too much from your childhood. You don't remember shit. Fucking Adam's just over here brooding up in his mountain keep.
Yeah, I guess I'm sure that happened, yeah.
Either way, okay. My teacher went next door to cover a class for another teacher while he probably, assumedly, went to go take a shit.
Right.
So as the teacher walked into the classroom, the kids erupted and started doing what kids do, and they're freaking out and shit. And all I did was say, oh man, it sounds like somebody's committing a homicide in there. And one of the little girls that sat across from me in our little group table, she fucking ran to the resource officer and said that I was going to commit a homicide. So I get pulled out, right? And they got me in this little tiny ass room. It was like the resource officer's office, I guess. But he sits me down and he's like, do you intend to harm anybody at this school or harm yourself? And I'm like, no. What I said was, it sounded like a homicide was being committed in the next room. And he was like, even just uttering the word homicide can be considered a threat. And I'm like, well, then what's going on here? And then they got my parents involved, and they were just pissed off that they had to go there and deal with this shit. Because they're like, all right, can you not police the school a little bit better? But that's a real thing, I guess. I mean, it's been happening since we were kids.
Sting was in the police.
That's very true. He was.
So
he was sending out an SOS.
Yeah, he was.
And then he went and started playing the lute.
Man, I mean, what are you gonna do? You got to be into something, I guess, at that age.
Yeah, it's Sting. What are you gonna do? Fucking, here we go. Former Louisiana Trooper of the Year, booked on child porn charges, police say.
There was a dude in Colorado, I thought.
Yeah, we did. We covered one of those recently. Yeah, that guy was a creep too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got this guy's mugshot up there. He kind of looks like blonde, cleanly shaven Hodor.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
He looks ghoulish.
Yeah.
A veteran law enforcement officer who was once named Louisiana State Trooper of the Year is behind bars after he was arrested at his home Wednesday, accused of producing child pornography.
Producing it?
Yeah, that's...
Or just, what does that mean? Like, was he actually producing it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure legally that breaks down into like a bunch of different subsets, but his name is a dead giveaway that he's a creep too. Jason Boyette, 41 years old, was booked into the Tangipahoa Parish Jail Wednesday. What's with the fucked up names of places today?
What are you talking about? It's probably some fucking Indian name, dude. What are you doing?
Well, it's absolutely an Indian name. I'm just saying that it's kind of hard to pronounce.
Well, okay.
I got my white bread ass tongue.
Yeah.
All right. He was booked on one count of production and distribution of pornography involving juveniles following an investigation by the FBI and the Special Victims Unit of his own law enforcement agency. So his own guys were onto him.
He got.
He has since been moved to another location, according to the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office. Well, all right. That's creepy to know that there's more of those guys lurking around.
Yeah, they're out there.
I wish he would give some more information about this, but the FBI was tight-lipped Wednesday evening. We can confirm that the FBI agents were conducting court-authorized law enforcement activities in St. Tammany Parish on February 12th. However, we cannot provide further comment on the nature or the activity of this investigation. Well, that sucks. So that means like they probably got in close and like that means he physically like produced evidence that he was doing what he was doing.
No.
What a grease bag. They really, like, there's got to be some kind of different laws for that. Like, we can't just be housing these guys and shit. That's why, like...
House them up. I don't know. Yeah, it's not good, dude.
Well, it's like in Star Wars, he had the Sarlacc pit. We should have a Sarlacc pit for the pedophiles.
Yeah. There's not a lot of Sarlacc pits, like, hanging around.
Well, it's like, where do you find a Sarlacc, first of all? Hardest
I
part.
would assume the desert somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we've been over there for so long. The United States government has it on good authority that there might be Sarlaccs hidden in the Middle East. Oh, this is a heartwarming one. Juul bought ad space on kids' websites, including Cartoon Network.
Well.
E-cigarette maker Juul Labs, Inc. bought online advertisements on teen-focused websites for Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, 17 Magazine after it launched its products in 2015, according to a lawsuit filed on Wednesday by the Massachusetts Attorney General's office.
I don't know if you ever heard the saying, smoke them if you got them. So, you know.
It's kind of interesting, though, to see how demonized these companies are being made to see, like how they're actually being shown in the public light now, because everyone was so on board with them, and I feel like now there's kind of like a, hey, if you're gonna smoke, like just man up and get a cigarette. Like,
oh yeah, but at this point, dude, when we first moved here years ago, vape, that's when it kind of came on the market,
right?
And like people were like vaping, like, you know, all the time, and like there was like experimental, like, I don't know, it was different.
And remember remember the whole thing of fucking batteries?
Yeah.
Just blowing up in people's cheeks and burning them.
Of course.
Which, in my opinion, is well deserved. If you're gonna suck on one of those things, you deserve to be scarred for life.
I mean, just smoke a fucking cigarette.
She's dead.
She was very badly raped, and cigarette burns on her cheeks.
Just got to put some tar in those lungs.
That's right. Oh shit. The allegations in the lawsuit stemming from more than a year-long investigation contradict repeated claims by Juul executives that the company never intentionally targeted teenagers. All right,
I'll be real though. There's a witch hunt against Juul exclusively, like
as there should be.
No, but why go
Get
after
out of
all
here
of them if you're gonna go after any of them?
All right, well, yeah, fair enough. I do wish they would, but maybe that's the thing. They have to take down the head of the snake.
No, I think there's something going on. Like Juul didn't pay their government nut, so
True.
like,
oh yeah. Maybe they got too.
They're trying to fucking destroy them.
They got too big for their britches, and they stopped sending those envelopes in. Those envelopes got light.
Yeah.
You know what happens when them envelopes got light? You know somebody was getting ready to get whacked. Why take a chance?
I mean, why take a chance?
He had a point, and the way they did him was so dirty too. The guy's just like, at least he didn't see it coming. But, like, the two old dudes just walk up behind him and smoke him as he's getting into his car. And they just walk by him, even though they know he's dead. And they just keep pumping out rounds.
Like, he's a good guy.
And
Marine.
then, yeah. He's solid as a rock. He's a fucking Marine. Yes, he is.
But,
Real quick, my mom's blowing up my shit.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, man.
Sweet.
yeah, like,
The fast-paced life of an intern.
yeah.
Business never sleeps.
Yeah, he's just like, gets to that point, he's like, but why take a chance?
I know, I love it. I love the round table discussion that happens. And then they kind of do the one dude dirty. I forgot his name, but the really old guy with the white hair, and they catch him down in South America somewhere. But it's the scene where they're chasing him through his, like, beachside house.
Nice house, yeah.
Yeah, and they're just shooting him. You hear these shots going off. And then he comes stumbling through that glass door, and he hits his knees. And just for good measure, the old guy walks up behind him with the revolver. And he's like, "Where are you running, Jagoff?" And like just blows his brains out.
Yep.
Why do you like? I never understood the whole last word thing. I get it; it's a movie and stuff like that. But why? How did that catch on? Like, I doubt that hitmen ever were like they never were like, "See you later," and then pew.
No, they didn't. No, you wouldn't waste your time with that.
Where are you
Trying
running?
to kill someone. You're not trying to have a fucking punchline. You're trying to get in and get out of there.
Where are you running, Jagoff? Jeez Louise. It's a very fucking vocal mic stand today. All right. So, even though its products became enormously popular amongst high school and middle-aged students in recent years, okay, so yeah, they're just basically being nailed to the wall for the fact that it's just here in black and white that they were intentionally marketing their products to teenagers, which if you're a parent, you know what your kid's watching most of the time. I feel like you're going to see these ads on TV and not think anything of it. And to me, there's still like a whole personal accountability thing surrounding this. It's like, what are they expecting to get out of them? Do they want monetary compensation? That was one thing that was lacking in this article, is that the overall goal doesn't seem clear. It just seems that like, oh, this is a good time to jump on this company and see what we can get.
Right.
But not that I agree with that practice in general, but I am kind of glad it's happening to a company that's just, their customers are so infuriating, dude. Like I told you before, those fucking guys, it doesn't happen as much anymore as it used to, but the guys that come in and it's always like when I'm in my smoke break and I'm just in my zone in the back there and I don't want to be bothered. They come in and like you have to snub out your cigarette. You have to walk over there and you're like, "Hey, what can I get for you?" And you expect to hear one or two things: cigarettes or like a pint of something. But the people that come in and they're like, "You guys got Juul pods?" I'm like, "Dude, fuck your face, dude. Get out of this store." I wish I could say that in real life. I mean, obviously, there would be some administrative follow-up, which I can't afford any more of that in my life.
Right.
But it just pisses me off. Like, they're just an annoyance, you know? I've got friends that are really into Juul pods, and they're always like, you can't just stop at one gas station. You got to, like, hop around to see where they're taking
Just buy
coupons.
some goddamn cigarettes, dude.
Yeah. Like my one buddy, I was in the car with him, and he was like, "Oh, here, we can pull over right here. I need to get gas." And then he like stopped. He checks his phone. He's like, "Oh wait, they don't take the Juul coupons here." Like what the fuck are you doing shopping around for Juul pods on your phone? First of all, who's got time for coupons?
Oh, I haven't used a coupon in years, dude.
No, coupons and condoms. Get rid of them.
I agree. Yep.
Jeez Louise, man.
At 7-Eleven, you have to swipe the ID for anything that's vape related, but cigarettes, they just have to look at it.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, actually, the one right by my house recently, now every time I go in there, now they scan it every single time. And then the lady, it's the same crackhead lady, our friend over there. She's always like, she always makes the same stupid joke. She's like,
she is cracked out, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
She's on methamphetamines. Like, I fucking swear to God, dude.
That's liable in some states. You got to be careful with that.
What? I mean, it's liable. We haven't named anyone.
That's true.
This is a fictitious person.
I just feel like anyone that lives within the if they live within 5 miles of here, they're gonna know exactly who we're talking about.
Well, that's their problem. I don't know. I'm making this up.
Oh yeah, old pizza face over there.
Yeah, she was there today.
Yeah.
She was on the phone with like some kind of technical support.
And it's methamphetamines because of her skin tone.
Yep, her skin's destroyed.
It's gravelly. It's very boulder-esque.
Sandpaper.
Yeah,
it's like she dried out.
I'm surprised. Well, I'm surprised fucking hipsters haven't tried to climb her yet and drink IPAs on top of her.
Give it time.
Fucking mountainous face of hers.
Give it time.
But yeah, she's always like, ID please, and then she laughs and she's like, gotta do it for everyone now. Like, just get out of here with your pleasantries. Just scan the fucking ID.
Just take the goddamn ID and shut up.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear what you have to say in your boring life.
I don't even want to hear what I have to say. Why do I hear what someone else has to say?
I think we chose the wrong line of work then. Well, actually, no. You're autistic. You don't listen back on the episodes or anything like that.
No. I don't care.
Yet another clue in the murky waters that is your past that lets me know that you were probably molested. The fact that you don't listen to music at all.
I know a lot of music.
I will say though, to Adam's credit, in the past, you have turned me on to several different musicians of several different genres that I still listen to today.
100%. Not only that, every show you listen to today is because of me.
Okay, dude. I lauded you for 2 seconds and you just ran away with it. I'm just
putting it all out there. That's another reason.
Whatever, dude. All right, yeah, I do owe you a debt of gratitude, like Snake Plissken for showing me Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, no doubt. 100%, hands down.
We wouldn't be doing this show.
Right. Even, you bring in TJ Kirk and stuff, even Amazing Atheist.
Yeah.
Drunken Peasants at the time. I don't know. Apparently they still do shows.
I still enjoy their content. I think it's a good show.
It's garbage, but
whatever.
No, it's probably
Adam's beliefs don't necessarily reflect
I'd listen to
the Brass Tacks podcast. Well, yeah, I mean, dude, but it's a completely different. I like them both equally, but like it's different shows, it's different content. Teach his own. You're over here just like you take hard stances against things. For a man that has no heroes and stuff like that, you take hard stances on a lot of things.
That's why. Why the fuck you need a hero, dude?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general. It's like why can't you
time with a hero? No one has a hero. If someone has a hero, they don't have a hero.
Well, why can't you enjoy two shows separately?
What do you mean?
You don't listen to one, but you listen to the other. Like the whole Drunken Peasants.
No, if I enjoyed it, I would separately. I just don't enjoy it.
But how long ago has it been since you checked back and even like? Because that's another thing I have to do.
Years is the answer.
Oh well, there you go. So, you're fucking up.
No, I'm not.
Adam, you are.
It's obvious. It's not.
It's obvious you were molested.
No, it's not obvious.
He had an uncle that fucking had one too many sambucas and creeped into his room.
Sambucas.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's ever drank sambucas. So,
dude, sambuca was the shit. Like my grandparents used to drink it.
Never mind. Okay.
Sambuca is fucking. I don't know. It's like a status thing. I feel like you have
it's not a status thing. It's a lack of status thing.
You have a buka and a coffee after dinner.
Right. It's not. It's a lack of status.
And then you hit your wife.
Yeah.
Or molest Adam. Either way.
Yeah. It's not in the cards, dude. I'm telling you.
Just keep lying to yourself. Let's see what else we have in some of this bad news. Oh, here we go. This one was really funny. They met on a dating app. Then he robbed a bank on their first date and forced her to be the getaway driver.
Okay, this is some fake shit.
No, dude, CNN.
Okay. So
they have an amazing track record.
Yeah, you're really putting it out there.
Oh, man. And then they started out with something kind of funny at the beginning, too. And you thought your worst first date was her story was bad. Jesus Christ, man. I'm a host of a talk show. Learn to fucking talk, Rick. I'm telling you, I got about 2 months before you find me swinging under this bunk bed.
You know, you keep saying that, dude, because, yeah. What do you want me to do? Hurry up.
All right. A Massachusetts woman became an unexpected getaway driver after a man she met on a dating app robbed a bank on their first date. Christopher Castillo, doxed, the unnamed woman's would-be Robin Hood, pled guilty this week to armed robbery and 3 counts of assault and battery on a police officer.
She's dead.
All committed on their first date, December 5th, 2016. I'm really bringing you guys the current shit. Castillo was sentenced to 3 years in state prison for the robbery, plus 2 years in the Bristol County House of Corrections for violently struggling against and spitting on a police who tried to subdue him. Oh, man, this guy wasn't very good. He's not a very good guy.
Well, you know what they say.
What? Smoke him if you got him?
In that case, yeah.
That's pretty fucked up, though.
Yeah.
It all started, the woman told police, when she picked up Castillo from his parents' home. That's another first date, and you're picking him up from his parents' house?
Who are these people, dude? This is some fake-ass shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I need some pictures, first of all, because this chick has to be a disaster. It's a woman's world these days, especially with all these polyamorous like hose bags that are taking like four husbands on and shit like that. The tables have turned.
I don't know if that exists.
It exists.
Oh, who? Okay.
Well, they're usually fat disasters, but we don't know what this woman obviously owned her own car, so she's got that going for her.
That's never pleasant.
No, and she had to pick this guy up. First of all, she had to pick him up at his parents' house. This is already not going well.
Right.
She said he drank wine in the passenger seat of her Nissan Maxima.
Try the wine.
The two had never met in person before that fateful day.
No way, dude. Oh no. He was
Holy
just
shit.
drinking wine in the passenger seat. He just met this chick. This guy's, he knows what he's doing.
She didn't even have to pull away from the curb to realize this was a bad idea. She should have just been like, no, thank you. Please leave my car. And she could have she just been off.
She sounded like she was into it.
You know, obviously there's some kind of deficiency going on in this woman's life.
She's having a good time too, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, either way, he got in the car.
Can you imagine you get in a car with someone for the first time on a date, they just bust out some fucking wine.
Try the wine. She's dead.
Like, oh no.
Oh man, he got out of her car and left her there alone for a few minutes. Then suddenly he came running back, sweating with sunglasses, a hat, a gun, and $1,000 cash in hand. And then he gets in and he says, "Fucking go," he told her. She panicked, she told police, so she did as she was told. Oh my goodness.
Well.
And then, I thought that was a picture of him at first. I was like, he really went in there with a woman's wig on.
Three different wigs?
Yeah.
He swapped out 3 different times?
He fucking had time for a wardrobe change.
Oh, God, dude.
It's just a related article. That's me doing more of my research. The district attorney's office fills in the blanks on what happened while he was inside the bank. Castillo walked inside the Bristol County Savings Bank branch in North Attleboro and showed a bank teller a gun. He demanded $1,000 and said he needed it badly. He was really hurting, he told the teller. The teller handed him the money. Then he ran back out to his date's Maxima and ordered her to step on it. That fucking sucks. And also, like, why just $1,000? You're already there. You're already in for it.
Step on it.
I mean, armed robbery is a felony anyway. You're not really too worried about stealing over $2,000 in cash.
Lawyer Rick over here.
Yeah. Litigious Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys hire me. I'll get you in fucking trouble real fast. That's a bummer though. I feel like she was probably the chick that was driving, probably in a tough spot romantically, because she's going on a dating app obviously, and then to add insult to injury, she's having to pick this man up from his parents' house. and he's drinking wine first thing when he gets in the car. It's like, did he already have it on him? That's what I want to know.
Of course he
like,
did.
He probably had like a styrofoam cup full of Boone's Farm.
What are you asking that question for, fucker?
I just
you know the answer to that question. What, like you haven't done that?
I probably
you
sold
haven't walked into a fucking car in the passenger seat and fucking opened a bottle of something?
Before this past year, I wouldn't step foot in a vehicle without an open alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
I'd be halfway on my commute to work and start shaking because Daddy hadn't taken a maintenance drink in like fucking 2 hours.
Exactly.
Can't be steering off the road just because I can't keep my shit together.
Yeah.
I've never fucking...
You're judging this guy. You just stopped short of fucking robbing a bank, dude.
You're right, dude. Actually, I've got 3 of those 4 things down. A chick has definitely picked me up from my parents' house before. I've definitely drank wine in their car before. Though, actually, you know what? Only 2 because I didn't meet these people on an online dating app or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I'm only half a piece of shit.
Well, let's not go that far, but...
Okay, yeah. Don't let me go crazy.
Not go that yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Oh, the other, so this other article that I found, this isn't really like a news article or anything like that, but I've been having a lot of fun on this subreddit called I Am a Total Piece of Shit. And it's literally just people finding shitty things that other human beings do. You know, like this one in particular. This one's pretty bad, which is why I brought it up. 2 dolphins found with gunshot and stab wounds in Florida. And this is from CBS News' Twitter account. So this ain't no fabrication.
Gotta watch out, dude.
But it all sounds horrible, and there is like gravity in that sentence until you get to Florida. Because as soon as you say in Florida, you're like, oh, okay, well,
Florida, dude.
I'm surprised.
Strikes again.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly. Like, yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't 3 or 4 dolphins at this point. Their bloodlust was sated on 2.
I feel like, yeah, that might be a weekly occurrence. So, I mean...
You think so? You think there's some fucking... some tropical cult going on down there?
In Florida, yeah.
Alligators are no longer subsidizing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like... Well, now they have Nile crocodiles.
They've got Burmese pythons. Dude, you remember when our 2 friends that we've spoken about on the show before?
Oh, man. They're our brothers, dude. They're not our friends. They're our brothers.
That's true. Brothers in arms. They're Brass
Phalanx,
Tactical.
Or the allegedly their last name. Maybe
way to dox our friends. They wouldn't care, though.
No, they were the coolest motherfuckers ever, dude.
Yeah, but you remember we hadn't talked to them in months, and then, like, out of nowhere, Adam and I get a text from these guys, and they're like, yo, you guys want to come down to Florida with us and hunt some fucking Burmese pythons?
Yeah. It's like, we're going to go down there and hunt some pythons. So you guys want to come? Like,
yeah, and then they were like, you can make like $20,000 if you kill one of these things. It's like, we're not going to drop everything we're doing and quit our jobs in Colorado to move down on a hunch that we might make $20,000 split 4 ways on a Burmese python.
Killing a fucking python in the fucking Everglades. Like, we want to go there, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude. And like, dude, those things can crush a fucking car. They could kill you. I'm not fucking with pythons.
If they were close, like if I had to drive like a mile to hunt them, like, I'll give it a shot.
That's cool. But
that's a mile. I'm not flying across the country to try to like do it.
No, like if for some weird reason, if you called me and you were like, Rick, get up to the mountains. Burmese pythons all over the goddamn mountains. I'd be like, say no more, fam. I'm on the way. I'd get in my stupid shitmobile and I'd putt my ass up there to help you out.
And when the python kills you in that car, it constricts the car. Your car's so fucking small, it just attacks your car on the way up and just fucking constricts you in the car.
It swallows me whole and I go down there and I hang out with John Voight in its tummy.
Oh, that's an anaconda joke. Not good.
But man, that's literally as far as I'm ever going to hunt a python. It has to be, you're the farthest that I'll go to help somebody in need.
I'll agree with you like on that. Yeah. I mean, you better need something bad because
like I said, Burmese pythons.
Yeah.
Barring that, it better be a fucking emergency, dude. That's too much.
Oh, right now especially, man.
Yeah, dude.
I got like fucking 3 feet of snow in my house, man.
Yeah, I kept doing a fucking back and forth shit in my pants, like whenever I was going down the mountain from your house last time.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
That fucking just
You
sucked.
timed it perfect. I'll give you that. But
technically, you timed it perfect because I was dilly-dallying.
Well,
and
you were
like
bugging me, first of all, because you were so fucking antsy and shit.
I was nervous. I'm telling you, dude, I get anxious around that shit, man. I'm so afraid of
careening.
It
ruined that whole day. You ruined it. You basically ruined it.
On The Truth Comes Out. I ruined your day?
No, you ruined our morning because
by being worried.
You were so anxious to like, I
was afraid I'm gonna die off of a mountainside. I don't want to.
Shut up.
I was gonna Thelma and Louise it.
Good. Fucking then whatever. But yeah, come on.
For your convenience, so that you can have a good morning.
Well, I wasn't even so I could have. We were, we couldn't have a good morning trying to play some video games.
That's true.
It's
true.
It is true.
Adam literally walks up out of the kitchen, and I'm sitting there on the couch. He goes, "All right, you better start your car, dude." I was like, "All right, I guess I'm starting my car."
Yeah.
I had to defrost a little bit. But I do appreciate you following me down the mountain, though, making sure, like, halfway. Yeah. Adam followed me halfway, and then he kind of let me go.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't following you the whole way.
It was treacherous. You would have had a tough time going back up, though.
Oh.
It started.
Yeah, you're right.
Out.
My 4-wheel drive truck, I would have had a tough time.
Well, dude, you panic in tight situations because you were molested as a kid.
I think that's a false assertion right there.
Adam took one in the shitter when he was 4, and now he can't be nice to his friends.
No, I was nice enough. I drove you down.
You were. You could have been a lot meaner about it than you were.
No, I couldn't have been a lot meaner. I probably could have been nicer, but I don't care.
He was like, "We're not friends anymore. Have a good day." And he closed the door and locked it. I was like, "Are you going to be there for the show next week?" He's like, "I guess you'll know if I come knocking."
No, but literally the timing on that was if you left 10 minutes later, you would have been fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when I turned around, you weren't hitting it going the way you were going, but when I turned around, it was already like...
Yeah, it was coming down.
Hard.
And then I told you on the way back, whenever I hit flat land again, it was snowing so bad you couldn't discern road from ditch.
Yes, that stretch of road is a very dangerous stretch of road.
Yeah, man.
You'll see whenever there's high wind stuff, you'll see the news will be at the corner of these two roads, being like, "Oh, it's fucking 80-mile-an-hour winds and stuff."
Exactly, and people are still buttholes on that road.
100%.
80-mile-an-hour winds.
There's some garbage, yeah.
That fucking piping hot schnatters we just took down gave me the 80-mile-an-hour winds. I wasn't going to say this until after we ate the pizza, but last night I ate an entire DiGiorno pepperoni pizza, and this morning I woke up with the worst, hot cancer liquid shits ever. It was draining, and then by the time I stood up and I was done, my fucking kidneys hurt.
Yeah.
You can't be processing all this shit in that dough, man. I think I have a gluten intolerance or something.
Nah, it's because it's some freeze-dried pizza, dude. What do you want?
It's not the gluten?
Nah, it's...
You gotta be on the lookout for that shit these days. I feel like all the food's gonna kill you. It doesn't matter what you eat.
That's the problem.
The air's bad enough.
No, I think that's the problem, man.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, I guess we can just say fuck it. Let's get into some Bologna Boys.
Bologna
Girls. That's right, you heard correctly. For this week's Bologna Boys, I found a handful of Bologna girls. This one is from an Australian news report, and this one was uploaded to YouTube January 12th, 2017. But I really like this one.
Thank you. Okay.
What?
Like I said, when you first had that, I saw that years ago.
Oh, yeah, well, whatever.
No, what are you trying to put on, some hot takes?
I'm trying.
3 years? It's fucking 3 years ago.
I'm trying to put on hot takes with this fucking creepy piano music in the background. Adam doesn't like the Bologna Boys music because it reminds him of that door creaking open slowly while he was asleep as a child and hearing his uncle's footsteps creaking on the old floorboards of the home, and then his innocence being stolen away from him in the night. You know it's true.
I feel like there's some projecting.
I told you. A
lot of projecting going on.
I told you that is a real fear of mine, dude. I'm riddled full
it's
of
a fear
fears.
of fears, okay.
Well, the other day, I was crawling under the desk and I kind of smacked my back when I was getting up, and I was like, oh man, out of nowhere I got this irrational fear that one day, what if I hit my head really hard, and I just realized out of nowhere, oh, you were molested when you were 3 or something like that, and then I gotta live out the rest of my life with that. On my conscience?
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Then you gotta.
Then don't hit your fucking head or your back when you're walking through there, dude. Don't fuck up.
Maybe I start going over the desk.
You do. It's annoying.
It's just kind of hard sometimes. I like to,
whatever.
It keeps me active.
Australian broads, dude. What do you want?
Were you gonna say bitches at first?
No, I was gonna say broads.
Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah.
I need Julie to put a jacket on because we're all in white. I asked her before we came on. Julie, you need to put a jacket on.
Just to be clear, there's 3 broads up on this screen. They're all wearing white. The one in the middle is furious at the one on the left because...
Well, yeah, and it's also from left to right. It's from great, good looks to terrible looks. So they're on the scale of their appearance. It declines as they move to the right.
That's a good point because later on in the video, these 2 do kind of dogpile on the chick that they want to start wearing a jacket.
I understand. I've seen this video a couple years ago.
Can you just
I said?
Why don't you just play the fucking game, buddy?
I mean,
a few years ago.
Yeah, you said it came out in 2017.
Well, aren't you just?
And when we watched originally, I'm like, I've seen this video before. It's fucking old, dude.
This friendship's old.
It technically is. It's about 6.
It's 6 years.
Almost 7 years old. Yeah.
7 years.
So, yeah.
Many more good years ahead.
Flat out, I haven't had time. Does someone?
Come on! I told you 2 hours ago. We know
Amber,
in chat room.
This is not. So I'm sorry. I've been flat out.
Well,
honestly.
I'll call wardrobe and we'll get something.
No,
these fucking
if you
hens.
give me a second, if we can ask, I'm not sure who your lineup is today. If there's just a jacket floating around out there, ask Danica.
Is there a jacket floating on?
No, you're right. No, you're right. Because you told me it's fine, Sandy, but there can't be 3 of us.
No.
And I
No.
made this clear 2.5 hours ago.
Oh, nice. Sandy's got a jacket that she needs to borrow.
What is this?
They're pissed off at the hot one because she's not only is she showing a little bit more.
They're all wearing white. Who cares?
But that's the thing is they want her to put a jacket on and cover up so that they're not all wearing white. And now the one in the middle is pouting and she's fucking texting wardrobe on her phone. The one on the right's just happy to be there because goddamn, look at her.
Yeah.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
I know.
She's a rough one.
Amber, if it's an issue, I can get on out of here.
It is an issue. Go and grab a jacket.
Oh.
Jenny, someone able to grab me a jacket, please?
I'd like to see those
If
bitches
it's an
start
issue,
fighting.
I wasn't saying it for no reason. The wardrobe girls will be furious downstairs.
I'm wearing blue for one, Amber. I don't want to be having
look
this.
like it. Jenny, get someone,
Jedi.
a producer. I told her there's 2.5. There's one hanging up outside the control room. Just get it on. There's a black one hanging up.
That's another thing too. How does she just know that there's an extra jacket somewhere hanging up in a hallway?
Look, this was in the works.
Do you think this is kayfabe?
No. Well, maybe it is, but no.
Some script beef?
No. I mean, that chick must have been planning it or something.
Oh, do you think like there? Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm sure we would have the answer by now. It's been 3 years.
So. Right. Oh no, the jury's still out on this whole thing. There's no closure.
There's no jury out on this. I'm sure we know the story at this point, Richard.
I know.
There's a black one hanging up on the back of my one.
If there's an issue, I can just head on out and get back to work because I'm flat chat. I genuinely forgot.
Flat chat?
I rose.
Who the fuck knows these? What are you?
Careful.
I told you.
Australians.
I'll just jump on out, honestly.
Jump on out. If that's what you'd
What's
like
going
to
on
do.
here?
They cut video.
Come on,
I think they didn't want to get DMCA'd.
I asked you 2.5 hours ago. It's not the hardest request.
Amber,
what a bitch.
Please. This is not the only thing I'm doing today.
Yeah, there's one hanging on the rack. I know there's 2. I look.
What?
She's got the period sweats. She's just trying to make this fucking news report
your
happen.
Issue, but I did ask Julie 2.5 hours ago.
No, that's fine. If it's black. Yeah, cool.
She's just flat out. And then there's there's some footage here.
As long as that mic's working for everyone.
But watch how they just snap into professional mode like nothing happened whenever whenever the report starts. These phony bitches.
Of course.
We'll go for that.
Time now to head into the chat room, and joining me today is psychologist Sandy Ray in Melbourne and Nine's Julie Snook in Sydney. A big welcome to both of you.
This chick on the right's supposed to be a psychologist, and she was kind of joining in on these comments about That other chick wearing
exactly,
white.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, I mean, what do you expect? Like, she's
just a guest. And she's like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
That's what I said. The two plain bitches started, like, kind of dogpiling on the hot one.
All right.
That's just how they are.
I mean,
ladies, y'all need to get your shit together. That ain't cool. Gotta unite.
Joining us. Good afternoon. First up today, there are explosive allegations that Russia has extremely damaging information on Donald Trump, allegedly involving Trump participating in a very lewd
All right, whatever. That's that.
Okay.
But that's some baloney activity. I thought that was awesome.
I mean, it's some Bologna Boys for sure, dude. I mean, but it's just some old Bologna Boy shit.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like that's just like that's just how chicks are in general. It's like it doesn't matter what environment you throw them in. They're always going to like find some way to attack one another, and it's kind of weird. I've seen it in almost every work environment I've ever been in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
It's a hot take.
Oh, yeah, you see it a lot. I don't know. What do you want me to say, dude?
I don't know. Just be honest. What are you afraid you're going to get an angry email?
I see it every day, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't see it where I work now.
Like, I'll have conversations with women, and then I'll hear those women have conversations with other women.
And then they zip up their fly and walk away from the stall.
Women are always shitting on other women. It's like, wow.
But yeah, it is a consistent thing. And you have to wonder, then they're always like, every chick ever, whenever you first meet them, I'm just not about that drama. I'm not about drama. Yes, you are.
That means you're about drama.
Well, I found that with most humans, whatever they say they're not about, they're usually about, and vice versa.
Right.
These phony skin bags. And I'm no better. I mean, I don't know. I feel like
you're right. You're no better, but go ahead.
Yeah. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say something.
Did you ever catch up on all that laundry yet?
No, not even close.
Adam literally does laundry every fucking day, and he does like 19 loads a day or something like that. And
that's not accurate, obviously, but
well, you were sick for how many days?
Shit, man. From Thursday
until what, Monday was your first day back at work?
I would say Monday is fine. Yeah.
Damn, dude. That's kind of in Adam laundry time. That's at least 873 loads, if I'm correct.
No, I mean, look, you got if you're washing, you're gonna wash certain clothes together. Certain clothes are not gonna be,
That's another thing that chaps my ass.
Take a bundle of clothes and throw them in the washer and and just be like, oh, all my clothes are gonna be washed. Well, that's not true. Like, some of the clothes have to be washed in cold. Some of them have to be washed in warm, hot.
Whatever, dude. Adam thinks he's some kind of hero because he separates his lights from his darks, and it's not for the reason everyone thinks.
It's not lights and darks.
Racist.
It's the fabrics I'm separating.
I get it.
That's the biggest thing.
I get it, but I can't be bothered with that shit.
You have to be bothered with that if you want your clothes to wear. Dog, I have shirts from when I was in middle school I can still wear. What's your excuse?
Adam, I have...
Middle school, Richard, you know how long ago that was?
I have my fucking Myrtle Beach Seahawks gym shirt from middle school still to this day.
Probably looks like shit.
You look like shit.
No, I don't look like shit. No, that probably did. It probably looks like shit, dude. You don't even tell this. You would say, this looks like a new shirt.
Oh, whatever. No, I would not. You big idiot.
And this is from 2002.
Adam stole that shirt off of some kid he molested.
No.
You know that's a pattern, too.
I've got intact quality shirts.
Whatever,
from 2002.
I take all
because
my
I
laundry.
wash properly. If you don't, I know you don't wash properly. You wash like a piece of garbage, dude. You throw all your clothes together, put it on fucking warm, whatever. Throw a little splat. Okay, great. Then you're doing your underwear and socks a disservice. Those should be in hot.
Who cares? I buy new socks once every couple of years. I'm not out here trying to hold on to
once every couple of years.
I'm not out here trying to.
That's a lot of time where you could be sanitized, and then when you're washing them hot water.
I suck them dry and then I put them back into the dryer. Into the drawer.
I believe you do that. So, yeah, you stink, dude.
Whatever, dude.
That's how laundry should be done. That's just a fact.
The fact that I still have socks that are fine, everything that I do is fine, is also a testament against your whole no coming in socks thing.
We can't bring that thing up. We've brought it up every day for, come on.
But it's just a testament to it because, look, my socks are fine. It's not a testament to it.
You should not be coming into socks. Socks are made for your feet. You should not be coming into them. Come into fucking Kleenex, toilet paper, paper towels. Keep it that way. You're doing it into your fabrics that you're wearing every day. It's a problem, dude. I don't care what you fucking say. You shouldn't be coming into socks. We all know this. I don't care if you agree that you have come into socks. You're a piece of shit. No one likes you. Just like Richard. So, fuck you, dude, on that shit. You should not be fucking coming into a fabric you're going to put on your feet. Everyone should accept that.
Executive Intern Logan, do you come in your socks or have you ever come in your socks?
Yeah, I've come in my socks.
Oh, my
Good man. Welcome to the fucking team. You see what I'm telling you, it's not as foreign as you might
just
think.
Don't use that sock.
I'm not saying it's foreign. I'm saying it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's uncivilized, dude.
How? It's still a cloth. You still wash it or wash it.
No. See, everyone knows how cum works when you wash it. You ever jerk off in the shower?
Every time.
Only
in the shower.
It's so it's a fucking problem even just to get down a fucking drain.
Well, that's why you
No, you don't put it on your socks. I don't want to fucking.
I
can't believe I have to be friends with you with your fucking bullshit socks, dude. I don't want to be around a fucking human being that's walking around with fucking cum on his socks.
There's no cum on my socks.
I don't care
if
your fucking socks are clean. I came in them and then I washed them. I don't fucking care. There was cum on them at one point. It's fucking gross.
Whatever.
It's bullshit, dude.
It's not that big of a deal. And
it is a huge deal. It's fucking stupid, man. If you're coming in the socks, you're a piece of shit, dude.
I'm not gonna argue that I'm a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit. You know you're a piece of shit.
I'm not arguing that.
Right. No one's arguing that.
My only argument is that it's okay and not weird to come in your socks.
I'm not saying it's
as long as you wash them.
God damn it! When you know how it works, when you wash,
I know how
stuff
it works
with cum on it.
I know how it works.
It doesn't work, dude. It doesn't ever. It's never the same. Come on, dude. You want to put socks on that are never the same like that?
You know what?
I want comfortable socks. I don't want something I dropped a load in to fucking throw on. Dude, I wear nice socks. I'm not saying they're like dress socks. I always wear some fucking
nice socks. Fuck your socks, dude.
All my socks are pretty nice socks.
Shut up. You're always wearing Colorado Avalanche socks.
How much you think these socks cost, dude?
I don't care. Those things could be free. I wouldn't be caught dead with them on my feet. I wish you would though. Yeah. I'm a Fruit of the Loom man. I'm a Hanes man. I keep it simple.
Yeah, okay. Good for you,
dude. You're a fuck boy.
Hey, because you're coming in your fucking shit socks, dude.
Whatever, man. At least I'm not alone anymore, and I'll check back with you.
What do you mean you're not alone anymore? Everyone's, all these fucking
yeah, what? Say it. What are you going to say?
I was trying to think of some kind of
bitch ass
fish, bottom feeders fucking are going to agree with you, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come dude, on. Speaking of fish.
Fucking bullshit.
Speaking of fish, dude, that was hilarious when my sister was roasting you about your fish tank. She was like, these little ass fish, why the hell's he got a big ass tank for these little ass fish? And she could not, for the life of her, understand that there were more fish in that thing because she couldn't see him. But she was like, she was like, why is he filling up an empty ass tank?
Yeah, it's fucking 75 gallons. There's some fish in there. She's right though. She's got a great argument. There's not a lot of fish in there for that size tank. I used to have big fish in there.
Right. Real big fish?
No.
Sorry.
Definitely not.
That was a bad one. That one felt bad leaving my mouth.
No, it had to be. I would have said the same thing.
That's fair.
I would have done that.
You know, that's another testament to you as a pet owner, though. You always give your animals adequate room, if not more, than they actually need to express themselves.
Yeah.
Because you're a good man. He's a good animal father.
Yeah.
He walks in like Bruce Almighty. Fucking throws his hands down. He's just butt naked. His fucking clothes fire off behind him, and then all the animals just crowd around him like Ace Ventura. To be fair,
yeah. I mean, they're good at all the animals are pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got room to breathe. You do have some little ass fish, though.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Your sister's right. I do have some little ass fish.
Oh, yo. So I was saving this note from the last show that you and I did together. But there was a whole thing. So, the house that Adam and I used to do this show from, we had a neighbor across the street.
Oh.
And so there was a big Asian family that lived across the street from us, and the patriarch of the family would always come outside, especially like when the sun was beating down.
Yep.
And Adam and I would always sit on the front porch and just like drink and stuff like that and bullshit.
Yep.
But he would come out, he'd sit down, and then he would roll his t-shirt up to where it was just over his belly.
His belly, under his
tits.
Tits, yeah.
And so we started calling him Sun Belly, and we were like, we would make these jokes like, oh, most of his power is derived from the sun, so he comes out to recharge and whatnot. But Adam found out that there's actually
it's a thing,
a reason, yeah.
So it's a Chinese
dirty knees.
Yeah, look at these, but it's a boomer thing. So like a Chinese boomer era.
Yeah.
Like those people in that time frame.
What do you mean those people?
Yeah. No, they all do it in China. So like all that age generation will like pull it up and tuck it, and they'll walk around like that and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like a thing to show your fucking belly at that generation, because like just if you could have a fucking big belly.
It means you're well fed. Your family has
at that
money
time, and like the Chinese communism was kind of that was a big deal.
Right.
So they walk around like that, and they'll sit around like that, and like so he's an old school Chinese dude.
Yeah.
Blasting fucking sun belly, dude.
I know. I was like really happy to hear that we finally got some closure after years
we were
of wondering.
like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like,
I just thought he knew how to. I just thought he knew how to ball out, and like that was just one of his things.
No.
Like he's gonna sun his belly up.
That would have been cooler, but no, it's just a Chinese thing, man. That generation, they grow their nails out, like their pinky nails and stuff.
Oh, really?
That's a thing in that generation. They'll do that. You'll notice, like,
that's another one that's always got me, because there are a couple of cultures that do the whole pinky nail thing. It's not just a drug thing.
No, it's not. No, it's big. Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's always fascinated me.
Yeah.
Like I have a buddy who is from China, and we went to high school before I went to the academy or whatever. But he told me that a lot of people, especially like older people in China, they keep the price tags on all the shit in their houses, so that whenever people come over, like basically it's like a thing to when you're visiting a person, you go around their house and they show you expensive shit that they have.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
But it's like, why? That seems so counterproductive to the human psyche.
But I mean, I'll be honest with you. You go to Taiwan, and
they're fucking kids over there.
That's Thailand.
Well, whatever. I'm sure you can get them over there too. Whatever. Who knows?
Taiwan's different. Oh, God damn it, Richard.
Whoops.
You fucked up. No, Taiwan, dude, is like...
Sorry, Taiwan. I don't really feel that way about you.
Like, they've kind of actually, like, preserved a lot of, like, real, like, ancient Chinese culture and stuff.
Oh, okay. So they weren't as heavily hit by the Cultural Revolution?
Well, no, there was a civil war, and a certain sect of Chinese people left and went to Taiwan.
Gotcha.
Mainland China's communist, yeah.
I'm going to be straight up honest. I don't know a whole lot about their history at all.
Oh.
That's something like I'm pretty deficient in.
Well,
like,
I mean, look, I don't get paid to do that on this podcast, so.
I can't be like pretty and brilliant. They just gave me pretty and smart and capable with a giant ego.
No. You just disgusted me. Ugh.
What? What, you didn't like that?
No, my stomach turned a little bit.
I have to laud myself occasionally, because I'm certainly not going to get it through present company.
Nor should you. Right. So
I like how I bare my soul on one of the episodes. I'm like, oh, I felt depressed, and I reached out to people on social media, and like they loved me back, and then I felt guilty about expressing myself. And Adam was just like,
shit.
Yeah, Adam was like, you should just keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Don't fucking bother other people with your feelings.
Right. Yeah, you don't. That's rule number 1, dog. You don't fucking bother anyone else like while you're feeling, dude. Shut up.
But then I have to appeal to your friendship and shit like that. And you're like, well, yeah, I want you to bring that stuff to me, but privately.
Right. Yeah, you can bring it to me privately, but like, don't bother people with your fucking shit. Dude.
Yeah, I know. Holy shit, dude. But no, I'm starting to think twice before I reach out in emotional posts and stuff like that. It's just, it never has good results. I always look back on it and I'm like, oh, what a douchey thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's go ahead and call it. Thank you all for joining us for another installment of the Brass Tacks Podcast. If you guys have any suggestions or anything you'd like us to cover on the show, email us at therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at therealbrasstacks and like our Facebook fan page. Just type in Brass Tacks Podcast. Check us out every week. We try to get it out every Saturday, everywhere podcasts are found. You boys want to plug anything? Adam, go fuck yourself. Logan, you want to plug your social media or anything?
No, I'm good.
All right, say goodbye to the lovely people out there.
Yep.
See ya.
Go fuck your mother, everybody.
Oh, well, that brings up another topic. So, ass eating in itself, dude, like, I've thought a lot about it. I mean, hygienic,
Not so
real.
much.
Right. But why is it caught on?
Stay tuned to find out.